Please join me in giving a warm welcome to founder and CEO of Laughing Matters, my friend, Courtney Bickert.
I love this At Bat song. Well, I was going to start with a joke, but somebody beat me to already bringing up the funniest topic on earth. Poop. I don't know, are we all still like 9 at heart? Because something about poop makes us laugh all the time. No, somewhat seriously, what if laughing really matters? What if laughter and humor are really important and powerful tools in our personal and professional growth? What if all we have to do is create, notice, and embrace life's punchlines? How much fun would that be? And I believe it to be true. And I believe we can, and that's why I'm here today. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to share some statistics and science. We're going to geek out a little bit on laughter and humor. Then I'm going to share a story about how this played out in real life. And then we'll talk about some ideas about how to bring laughter and humor into our lives, starting already today. So first, we have to geek out. I'm going to spare you. I could geek out on this subject for like hours. So if you want to join me later, we can do that. Because there is so much science and research and ever-growing about the power of humor and laughter, from the physiological benefits of laughter to humor and leadership, well-being, organizational performance, and on and on and on. But I'm just going to share a few facts with you. So first, for those of you who are saying, oh, this isn't for me, I'm not funny, I'm shy, I don't have a sense of humor. The first fact I want to share with you, humor is universal. We all have a sense of humor. We're born with it. It's innate. Of course, our sense of humor is unique to us. It's unique to our personality. It's unique to all the experiences that made us who we are, but we have one. So humor is also a tool in your toolbox, in every single human being's toolbox. So that's my first fact. Now I want to share with you a little bit about humor and laughter in leadership. I'm just going to share one set of stats. In the Journal of Psychology, Behavior, and Personality, a study was published that showed that leaders who display a sense of humor, their staff find them 27% more admirable and motivating. Their teams are 15% more engaged and committed. That's a lot of extra revenue. And their teams are twice as likely to solve a creative challenge. That's pretty powerful stuff. And this is true for both women and men leaders. So it might turn our logic on its head a little bit because we might think being silly or laughing makes people take us less seriously. And I know this is a concern for a lot of women in particular, but the facts don't bear it out. In reality, humor has that same power for women. So why is it so powerful? What makes it so powerful? Well, the third fact I'm going to share with you might shed some light on this, and this one just blows my mind. Because laughter is the only human emotion that activates our entire brain. You can actually see MRIs of human brains on laughter. It's pretty awesome. We could check her brain right now, I guarantee you. It's it's blowing up in there. It's awesome. So, and it's contagious, as you can see. But why is that important? I mean, you can see it's lit up everywhere. It's because we know from all the scientific research that when your brain is activated on so many different levels and working across the different lobes and the different parts of your brain and stimulated in positive ways, like what humor does, we know that it makes us more open to learning, more open to new experiences, new people, new ideas. We remember more. Our blood pressure goes down. We're less anxious. We're generally just in a better mood, right? So isn't that all what we want to be and what we need to have in place to be ready to say yes to growth? Absolutely. So that is what just one laugh, that's the energy you will bring to your growth, your development, your teams, your work, and your tasks. So how are we going to do this? First, today, I would like to challenge you to share with someone in this room or multiple people something you found funny or made you giggle or laugh that you saw in the last day, weeks, month, years, doesn't matter. I guarantee you, you will know that person in a different way. They will share with you. You will laugh together. You will remember them, and you will feel more comfortable connecting with them when you get home from this conference. 100%, I guarantee it. Other thing, listen and watch funny stuff. Seems really simple. I just read a meta-analysis, there's tons of research on this, that people who watch, and it's across all studies, people who watch short films of humor are less anxious, their blood pressure is down, they're more open and they're more actively engaged, and they perform better on the tasks they're given in these research studies. So amazing stuff. When you have a choice to choose frustration or anger or laughter or humor, go with the laughter and humor. You walk into a meeting, you spill your coffee all over yourself. You can be like, oh God, I can't believe I did that. Or you can be like, well, that pretty much sums up my day. And you can imagine what you've just done for the people in that room. You've given them the opportunity to make mistakes, to feel free, to trust you with their mistakes. Couple more. Try self-deprecating humor. It is by far the safest type of humor. It makes you seem humble. It shows your humility. People can make their own mistakes. It's about you, so it's very safe. Few don'ts. Obviously, stay away, especially at the workplace, from potentially offensive and harmful topics. Those can be politics, religion, other things like that. Ethnicity, race, of course. And don't make somebody else the butt of the joke unless they're in on it. Because some people really love to be the butt of the joke. It makes them very happy. So those are just a few of the tips. Oh, most importantly, sorry, almost forgot. Be genuine in your humor. Your humor works when it's genuine, and you have your own sense of humor. And you are your funniest self. So thank you very much. But before I go, there's one more fun task we get to do today, and I think there's even a slide for it. Is there a slide, Tina? Oh, yeah, okay. So, sorry, I forgot my amazing story, but I'll just tell it really quickly. I had the pleasure of working with the Special Olympics and leading their entire international retreat. And this was 150 people from all over the world, from all their different departments, HR, et cetera, finance, athletes, programs of various different levels of intellectual ability and disability. So talk about the test of humor's universality. Well, that was it, and it passed. But the amazing thing we did there, we did a joke contest. And we did a lot of other stuff that we can talk about, but the joke contest was awesome. So I gave them all setups, and they went into their various teams, and they wrote jokes about their teams, and they had to perform them. So they came up with amazing jokes. Like the finance team was like, what does a finance person respond when you ask them to the happy hour? What's a happy hour? And so they came up with all of these. And they really got to know each other and appreciate the teams in various different ways and understand and empathize and have inside jokes with them. And that was part of the point of the retreat. But the amazing thing was that every single team told a joke about Sweden. What's going on? And I didn't give them punchlines or setups about Sweden. Turns out that Sweden had canceled the games like a month before they were supposed to happen. And so everybody told a joke about Sweden. And of course, the joke contest, the joke about Sweden won, which is what's the worst country for dating? Sweden. Because the Swedes got no game. That one. But what they told me afterwards was that they had finally that moment of catharsis when they could get unstuck from the yuck and they could share it with each other. And they were there for the rest of the week after this first day to plan for the future. And they told me afterwards, how were we supposed to do that when we were still stuck on Sweden? And they said they could finally do it. And they also learned, they appreciated that every team was equally affected. Like the athletes had thought, oh my gosh, we're the only ones we've been training all year and now we can't even compete. But they learned that the finance team was equally as devastated. They had spent the entire year budgeting and planning, and now they had to shred that up and start over. So it was a really amazing experience. So we're going to have our own little joke contest. And we've given you a punchline of, I know I'm ready to say yes to growth. Because, and there's a sign out a poster out back there by the registration where you can write your own punchlines. And I urge you to be creative. You can be funny. You can be serious. Doesn't matter. I'm going to get you started with a few ideas. Like, I know I'm ready to say yes to growth because I watched Eat, Pray, Love again last night. I know I'm ready to say yes to growth because all my winter clothes have elastic waistbands. I know I'm ready to say yes to growth because I've tossed out my razor for the winter. And I know I'm ready to say yes to growth because I'm here with all of you and have been given this wonderful opportunity by Tina. Thank you very much.